Hello Scorpios, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your no contact love reading and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course. All of that is in the description box below for you. We are going to grab a couple of these for some overall energies, and then we're going to jump right into your tarot. You had one pop out for you already. It says, "You're so special. You are truly divine. I've never felt energy like yours before, and I can't get enough." What is this person's energy towards Scorpio? We have change or transition. And at the bottom of the deck, I see ghosted or disappearing. Now, underneath that, I see renewed hope, gambling or taking a chance, and emotional intimacy. I'm afraid to truly up to you, or I'm afraid to truly open up to you. So for some of you, I'm getting a couple different things here. So for some of you, Scorpio, this person, maybe they were the ones that walked away in this connection. But I do feel here, if that's the case, that somebody is having a much harder time letting go or moving on from the connection than they anticipated. Especially with that transition energy. It's like I feel like somebody has struggled to move on from something here. Now, if I also feel for some of you, it could be the other way around. Some of you may have changed in this connection, as in like maybe you decided, I'm no longer going to tolerate certain things anymore, no longer going to give my energy to this anymore. Some of you maybe have pulled your energy back from a person here, and I feel like somebody's really struggling with this change. Either way, regardless of who walked away from who, Scorpio, I do feel that here. I feel that this person is really struggling with this change, maybe more than they even anticipated. And whether they just cut things off with this ghosted or disappearing, maybe it was a ghosting situation. But for others of you, I feel like it's also just, maybe it felt very abrupt in some way or unexpected, as in, either you didn't expect it or they didn't expect it. Even if the writing was on the wall, I feel like it could still feel that way. It's like maybe somebody didn't really believe it. Now, with this renewed hope energy at the bottom of the deck here, this emotional intimacy and this gambling, taking a chance, I see this blocked obstacles as well. Somebody here could feel like there is some kind of obstacle between the two of you, but I still feel like somebody here is wanting to take a chance and express something to you. So they're afraid to do so here, and that's why it's coming through as taking a chance. But we'll see what comes up with your tarot. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what is going on with your tarot, Scorpio. How is Scorpio currently being viewed by this person? How are they viewing Scorpio? Okay, we have the Nine of Wands. For some of you, Scorpio, this person could be viewing you as either, exhausted, drained mentally, emotionally, just tired, fed up, frustrated. They could also be viewing you as, being on guard or being a little bit distrusting of them now. They definitely feel like you have been through a lot now, whether that's just in life in general, whether that's something you're going through now outside of this connection, or whether it's with them. They definitely do feel that, this is something that has just not been easy for you. I see Sagittarius energy here. What is the challenge for this person when it comes to Scorpio? Okay, we have the Chariot. And the Judgment. The Chariot can be a card of forward movement. It's also a card that speaks about willpower and determination. And I kind of feel that, and both of these are majors here as well. And I think that that's very significant that 2 of the 3 cards that we have pulled so far have been majors. Because the majors can represent, something that is like a bigger life force behind it, like larger forces at play. This can be like life or soul lessons that we need to learn. This can be our fate, destiny, God's will, whatever you want to call it here. So it does kind of feel sometimes with these that there are certain aspects of it that are maybe feel out of our hands, right? I definitely feel here with these coming up as a challenge that for this person, there are very significant life lessons that they are destined to learn through this situation. Maybe you as well. Maybe you have learned a lot through this situation too. But the Chariot energy being here, when it comes up as a challenge, it's like this person feels like I may really want this, but it feels out of my hands, or it doesn't feel like there's any, like exerting my will on it isn't going to do anything. So they could feel like there's not much they can do to change the situation, whether that's because what's been done is done, whether that's because they feel like too much has happened, or because you've made a decision, Scorpio. But either way, it feels like this person's like, okay, I really want something. I have a desire for, changing the dynamic between the 2 of us, but I feel unable to do so. They also feel unable to move forward. So this person could feel very stuck in this moment. Sometimes the Chariot, when it comes up as a challenge, can be a little bit of a power struggle energy as well, or like a very stubborn energy, like there's clashing here. And I do kind of feel that where, you may have, like drawn your line in the sand and dug your heels in, and it may be different than what this person is desiring, right? They just don't know how to budget. With the Judgment card also as a challenge, the Judgment card can talk about realizations, things coming into our awareness, lessons. I feel like this person still has some that they're, that they need to learn through this. I felt that earlier, and I feel like that is a huge confirmation. Now, sometimes a Judgment card too, this person's sleeping and this person has their little megaphone or their horn in the background trying to kind of, call to them, to wake them up. This person may feel like they don't know how to reach you or how to get through to you, Scorpio, because you have dug your line in the sand, or drawn your line in the sand, and it's like now they don't know how to get you to change your mind. I also feel here with this Judgment card that somebody does want to change your mind. So I'm kind of feeling, Scorpio, that whether they walked away from you or you walked away from them, I feel like you've made a decision in regards to this connection, and somebody doesn't know how to reach you now. I also feel here with the Judgment card, it can speak about, when it comes up as a challenge, kind of judging our past choices, or feeling like we made a poor decision or regretting our choices. And I kind of feel like that here. I feel like somebody is kind of like judging themselves. I feel like they are beating themselves up a little bit. There's definitely something here that they feel like, it's like a lot of would have, could have, should have energy. There's something here that they feel like they wish they would have done differently. How is this person feeling about Scorpio? We have the Hierophant, so another major, definitely significant. Like I said, life lessons here, Scorpio, for this person, maybe for you as well. And there is definitely something about this experience and the way that it's playing out, that there is a certain level of fate involved in this, that things are going as they need to. With the Hierophant energy being their feelings, one, I feel like this person is starting to see that there are, significant lessons that they needed to learn. But the Hierophant is also an energy of, can be an energy of commitment. And I do feel like somebody, even if they struggled with that in the past, I definitely feel like somebody wants to commit to this now. So let's take a look at this Nine of Wands energy. We have the Queen of Wands. So somebody still feels a very strong chemistry or an attraction with you here. They feel this magnetic pull. And I do feel like this person knows that you kind of feel that too. But they do feel like you are, like you've made up your mind that you are resisting maybe that pull. I also feel here, because in the Queen of Wands, she's grasping onto this sunflower, and the sunflowers in the tarot are symbolic for, like our happiness. It's like, I feel like this person is, one, they feel like you are their happiness, but I also feel like they're viewing you in a way, Scorpio, where you're finally like putting you first, or you're choosing your own happiness or your own peace of mind. Because especially Scorpio, for some of you, I feel like for a very long time, maybe you put this person and their wants and their happiness above your own, and you gave and gave and gave. But I definitely feel like they're seeing that that's changing, and now it's, you know what, no, I am going to do what's best for me first. I am going to prioritize, my mental and emotional health first. But I feel like this is really representing this very strong chemistry that this person is feeling towards you. You may be feeling it as well. Tell me about the Chariot. Okay, we have the Strength. Yeah, Scorpio, I definitely feel here this is, like I said, I feel I want to call it stubborn, but I feel like it's just a strong, and not in a bad way, like it's just a strong sense of conviction. It's almost giving me like Seven of Wands energy. But with that Strength card, it's not easy, but I do feel like you are resisting the temptation. I feel like you are resisting this this chemistry or this pull that you feel. I feel like you're finding that inner strength, but it's not easy. It's not easy. And especially for some of you, because I feel like this has been a cycle with this person. And we do, the eights can represent that, more of a cyclical energy. They also represent, mastery. And I feel that here. I feel like there is some kind of very big lesson that you are learning and some cycle that you are breaking. And there is a certain level of, mastery involved in that. With this Judgment card here, we have the Temperance. Do you see how many majors are here, Scorpio? Yeah, things feel it's like somebody really wants to bring something back into balance, but they're feeling very overwhelmed. They feel unable to do so. And for some of this, the Temperance is a card that can represent, moderation. And I feel like it's like too much. It's just been too much, Scorpio. And I feel like for you, that's why it's like, it's why that it's like there's no going back, or you can't go back. You can't look back. I also feel here, though, that especially if there was something, if this connection at one point felt like an addiction, or if it felt like something that you were just unable to break free from, I do feel like you are doing that here. So I think it's like a positive thing for you, but it's a problem for this person. Now, I also feel here that this person could be making a decision to wait on some level, Scorpio. Even though I feel like they're having a hard time doing that, with the Temperance being a challenge. But with that Judgment card and the Temperance, I do feel like there's something here where this person feels like There's a certain level of divine timing or fate or meant to be involved in this. I do feel like this person does feel like you are meant to be, Scorpio. So it's like even if Scorpio has drawn this line in the sand now, I do feel like I have learned. I do feel like I'm ready to change. And I do feel like at some point in the future, this will be able to come back together. There's a certain level of faith that this person is having in regards to this connection. And I do feel like for some of you, this person has made a decision to wait. There's also a little bit of like, I don't know if it's like irony that this person is feeling here that's coming up, but it's almost like karma, where I feel like this person, when you were available to them, right? And you were showing up 100% and you were invested and you were giving and giving and trying, this person was not. And now that this person is learning some kind of significant lesson and they're ready to make a change, it kind of just feels like, now you're in a space where you're no longer willing to invest. So, there's a bit of karma at play here. And not even in a punishing kind of a context, but in a way of, having to experience things from your side of it. Wow, another major. Wow, we have the Death card. Definitely feel, Scorpio, that it's like you are in the position of power now with that Death card energy being your energy showing up. Some of you could have a new commitment coming in for you, or you could be, I'm getting that for some of you, it could be a new commitment coming in. For others of you, this could be a new commitment or promise that you are making to yourself in regards to this situation. But it feels, Scorpio, that I feel like this person is going to continue to try to wait for you, and they have learned huge lessons, and when it comes to you in this situation, I definitely feel like this is a part of their soul growth, but it doesn't look like somebody has the intention to let go anytime soon. They're making a decision, as difficult as it is to try to wait, Scorpio. But I think you've equally made a decision here. And the Death card can be it can be a card of acceptance. Being willing and able to accept an ending here. But that is what I have for you, Scorpio. That was a very intense energy here. The signs I'm seeing for you, I see Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Cancer. I see Scorpio, Taurus. Those are the signs I'm seeing, but it could be any. It is a general reading. So even if I did not mention a specific sign, the reading can still resonate for you. But that is what I have for you, and I do hope that this helps. And everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading, scheduling your personal readings, Patreon, or the tarot course, all of that is in the description box below for you. And if you want personal prayers for any reason, just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time.